Ito ang magandang balita na siyang dapat malaman ng daong bayan at tila usap-usapan ngayon sa mundo ng social media. Sadyang tunay talaga na hindi mananaig ang kasinungalingan laban sa katotohanan dahil sa wakas matapos nga ang ginawang mini trial o di umani kadramahan sa issue ng impeachment complaint ng ilang mga buwayang kongresista sa mababang kapulungan ng Kongreso na pinangungunahan ni Jinky Luistro. Impeachment laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte kumpirmado na at opisyal nang ipinatitigil sa Korte Suprema. Gaano kaya ito katotoo? Ating alamin. Pero bago tayo magpatuloy, kung bago ka pa lang sa aking channel ay huwag mo nang kalimutang mag-like, comment at mag-subscribe para lagi kang updated sa mga susunod nating video. Impeachment versus VP Sara hiniling na ipahinto sa Korte Suprema. Isang panibagong yugto ang umusbong sa usapin ng impeachment laban kay VP Sara matapos formal na dalhin sa Korte Suprema ang issue ng legalidad ng proseso sa Kamara. Naghain ang grupo ni Attorney Israelito Torrio ng petition for certiorari and prohibition na may kasamang kahilingan para sa temporary restraining order upang ipatigil ang nagpapatuloy na impeachment proceedings. Bagamat nilinaw ni Torrio na hindi nila opisyal na kinakatawad ang Vice Presidente, iginit niyang mahalaga itong masuri ng Korte Suprema kung naaayon pa sa konstitusyon ang ginagawang proseso ng Kamara. Sa kanilang petisyon, binigyang diin ng grupo na hindi umano dapat pinayagang umusa ang mga impeachment complaint kung kulang sa sapat na batayan mula pa lamang sa simula. Ayon sa kanila, hindi maaaring gamitin ang mga pagdinig, sabpina o iba pang proseso upang punan ang kakulangan ng ebidensya. Matatanda ang idineklara ng House Committee on Justice na sufficient in form and substance ang ikatlo at ikaapat na impeachment complaints laban kay VP Sara. Ngunit ayon sa mga petitioner, ang ganitong hakbang ay posibleng lumampas umano sa limitasyon ng kapangyarihan ng Kamara kung ang mga reklamo ay sa simula pa lang ay kulang na sa batayan. Anong masasabi nyo dito mga kababayan? At para sa buong detalye ng balita, narito't panoorin natin ang full video.
Deficiency sa complaints that renders the entire proceedings null and void. Kaya I agree with legal luminaries that this should be brought before the Supreme Court on a petition for certiorari with temporary restraining order because the rights of the accused in this case, Vice President Sara Duterte, is being violated as we speak. Grabe ang grave abuse of discretion dito. In Bautista, in Sereno, and in Corona, hindi namin nakita ito. Imagine mo, isusupina nila ngayon ang mga bangko. Walang ganun. Only the Senate can do that. So that's another void action on the part of the House of Representatives. I would like to point that out, not because our dear Vice President ay malapit sa puso namin. We are duty-bound as citizens to protect the office of the Vice President, which is being violated ngayon ng House of Representatives who are more concerned with the impeachment than addressing the emergency economic situation that we are facing. Maraming salamat.
Marami pong salamat mga kababayan sa ating members of the media and of course the social media. Very simple lang ang sasabihin ko rito. They've always been saying that impeachment is a political endeavor, political process. Kaya the height of politics is present in the House of Representatives sa Committee on Justice. I mean, wala na tayong pag-uusapan doon pa lang sa determination of form and substance. Pinakita na nila yung politika. 54 versus 1. Oh, itong si Rufus Rodriguez, kunyari, dito, hindi niya alam kung saan siya kapapanig, sa kaliwa ba o sa kanan. Pero bumoto pa rin doon sa substance. Oh. So, tinadrama nila ang taong bayan. Alam naman natin kung saan hahantong ito lahat. In fact, gustong-gusto nila talaga na magkaroon ng trial sa Senate. Pero ito lahat palabas. Palabas lang ito. Tulad ditong pangit na chairman. Gusto niyang maging maganda sa mga media. Kaya panay press release niya sa mga mali-mali niyang sinasabi. Enhancing the political process to persuade the people in their favor. Kung gusto nila noon na 1/3 ay minamadali nila, bakit hindi na nila madaliin ngayon? Magboto na sila. Bakit pa nila gagamitin ang BP para sa kanilang sarswela? Alam naman natin, sarswela lahat ito. Wala silang ebidensya, mangangalap pa. You know, when you file a case, if it's a criminal or a civil, you file a case in a criminal doon sa fiscal. Pagdating doon sa complaint mo, nakalatag na lahat na ebidensya. Hindi ka na pwedeng, tika-tika fiscal, isupina mo muna ito kasi wala kaming naka-attach ditong ebidensya sa sinasabi namin. Pwede ba yung ganun? Supina mo ba? The fiscal, which is akin. O, sabi ni Jimmy, yung fiscal, kung anong trabaho ng fiscal, ganun din ang trabaho ng House Committee on Justice. They only determine probable cause. Pero if you're conducting a trial, you're already making a judgment. You're usurping the powers of the Senate. Di ba? Ano pang gagawin ng Senado kung pinrejudge mo na dito by making a mini trial, kunyari, pero actually, you're already making a full-blown trial under the guise of a mini trial. Well, the Constitution did not use the word try for the House of Representatives. It only says initiate. And initiate means to say, i-determine mo lang, tapos kung mayroon kayong prima facie or probable, magbutuhan sa plenary. If you get 1/3, then let the Senate decide and try the case. Ito, inuusig nyo na si Vice President using several stupid arguments from stupid people na hindi man lang mga abogado. Paano na ang taong bayan? Tapos, gumagas na sila, pupunta sa Bali, mag-birthday celebration, hindi natin alam yung mga under the table dyan. So, ito lahat po ay pamulitika. Kaya, baloney, yung House, talagang alam na natin ang ang kanilang boto. Mayroon diyang iba, kunyari, isang partido, isang ganito, kunyari, pahaging-pahaging pa. Sabi nga nung isang businessman na kausap ko, nagpapalapad lang ng papel yan para baka hindi pa nabigyan. So, ganito po lahat yan. Politika ang nagtulak nitong Committee on Justice. Gusto nilang gamitin for their propaganda, and they're hiring even dean of law schools to talk in their behalf to justify their sarsuela na mini trial. Mayroon isang bobo dyan na din na sinipa ng kanyang law school, daldal ng daldal, ang daming din na sinasabi. Katulad ito ng mga iba pang mga abogado dyan na alam naman natin, mali yung sinasabi nila, but hindi natin alam kung anong nasa likod ng kanilang mga sinasabi. So, ang bottom line para sa akin, mga kababayan, I've been a member of the House. There were 3 impeachment process that I've gone through. First, yung kay Chief Justice Davide. Yung kay Chief Justice Davide, we achieved 1/3, pero hindi dinanggap ng Senado. Hindi in-endorse ni Speaker de Venecia. So, talagang pamulitika. Yung kay kay Bautista, pinatay na nila doon pa sa committee. Wala daw form, walang substance, pero na-overall ng plenary. So, ito lahat, it's politics. Kung may order ang speaker, may order ang majority floor leader, lahat yan yung mga miyembro dyan ng Committee on Justice. It's already been revealed by a Congressman Erice. It's been revealed by Toby Chanco na pamulitika lahat ito. Kaya, ito sa inyo, lahat yan ng mga congressman. Ito sa lahat yan ng mga congressman. Kayo dapat ang imbestigahan base doon sa 18 Marines kung ilan ang maleta na tinanggap nyo. Umamin na nga yung isang babae. Umamin na nakatanggap siya ng maleta. Pero hindi niya sinabi kung magkano natanggap ng tatay niya. Iyon po. This is purely political. Pero the people of this country is still hoping that the Senate will give justice to the impeachment process. Kaya takot na takot sila sa Senado because hindi nila alam kung anong decision. Pero for me, it's already, if it's forgone in the House na ma-impeach si Sara Duterte, it's forgone in the Senate na wala silang makukuhang boto to convict her. And that is my, crystal ball saying. Okay? Thank you.
With due apologies. Kaya ayoko ng wireless eh. Anyway, with all due apologies to my boss, may sisingit lang po ako another party matter. Noon pong August, this is totally unrelated, noon pong August nagkaroon ng hearing yung committee ni Senator Robin Padilla, Committee on Communications and Media, on the sexual harassment sa mga studios, where I appeared as one of the resource persons. At further to that, I wrote a letter to follow up the results of what happened in that. And I would like to distribute to you the letter to Senator Padilla, who's a member, by the way, of the Partido Demokratiko Pilipino, Joey. This is in relation to the amendments to the law on sexual harassment, where I testified regarding the 2 cases that I've handled for GMA 7, yung studio ni Manong Rod, on sexual harassment. And nasabi naman doon, in view of the recent resurgence of the revelations against Arnold Clavio, yung kay Sara Balabagan, there is a need to come out with those amendments to the law on sexual harassment. Ito po yung letter. Basically, at tapos na po ito, ang sabi ko lang, i-amend nyo yung law on sexual harassment to the effect that those who cover up these acts of sexual harassment should be made as guilty as the principals. Oo. Gawin, i-distribute mo na lang. Oo. Oo, baka makalimutan ko eh. Oo, para meron na sila. Kasi nga, although I clarified na alam kong walang kinalaman ang mga Gozon dyan, they are very godly, religious people and they will not allow it. Eh, yung mga subalterns po nila, yung mga nasa baba ang nagko-cover up. So, yun po, ibinalita ko lang as a follow-up to another member of the party, si Senator Robin Padilla, who really wants to amend the law para mawala na niyang mga sexual harassment na yan, yung kay Gerald Santos and others na na-cover up. With that, I would like to turn over the floor to my among tunay, Attorney Raul Lambino. Sorry for the interruption.
The rule about being a more supreme or better is mas magaling talaga yung estudyante. Okay. Well, first and foremost, I would like to greet everyone ng magandang umaga ng Huwebes ngayon, ano? Kahit na mataas masyado na yung langis at baka mawalan na tayo ng supply. At tinanong ako ni MJ kanina nung pagpasok ko rito, bakit daw green na naman yung aking kulay ng damit? Eh, favorite na color ko yan eh kasi it signifies two things. One, pro-life. Green is the color of life. Makikita mo yung environment natin, dahon, green yan. It also symbolizes wealth. Kasi green box yan. Kaya ako ay pro-USA. Dahil sa nangyayari ngayong kaguluhan dyan sa Middle East, mag-uusap na raw yung Philippine government at saka Chinese government for possible joint exploration in West Philippine Sea. At most likely, baka magkaroon na rin ng joint fishing expedition sa West Philippine Sea. So, tanggalin natin yung fishing expedition dyan sa house. Dalangin na natin doon sa West Philippine Sea. Doon, yung fishing expedition sa West Philippine Sea will be legal and legitimate. Ngayon, bakit ako pro-USA? USA. United Sara ako. Yan ang ibig sabihin. Well, anyway, meron bang karapatan ang ordinaryong mamamayang katulad ko o katulad natin dito sa nangyayaring impeachment proceedings ngayon sa House of Representatives? Are we a party in interest here o si DP Sara lang? Well, two things you have to remember. There are two kinds of impeachable officials. One group are the elected officials, president and vice president. The others are appointed officials, justices of the Supreme Court, ombudsman. Yan yung mga impeachable, Constitutional Commission, COA, etc. Lahat yan appointees. But if you're talking of the president and the vice president, all of us here are on trial. So we are a party in interest here because our being a sovereign people, nakalagay sa Constitution yan eh. O doon pa lang sa preamble, we the sovereign Filipino people. So how do you define being a sovereign Filipino people? Then you go to Article 2, Section 1. Sovereignty resides in the people and all government authority emanates from them. What's the manifestation of sovereignty? Then that is election. That's why we are called the representative democracy. So whether you voted for Sara Duterte last election or Bongbong Marcos, then you are a party in interest here. Because if Sara Duterte is impeached and eventually convicted, she will be removed from office. Then we are deprived of our right, being sovereign people, of having elected her to be our vice president. That's why we are here. I am here, not just because I'm a lawyer who understands a little bit about law. I am here sitting here in front of you para ipaliwanag yung karapatan nating mga ordinaryong mamamayang Pilipino na pag ang tinatanggal o ni-impeach natin ay presidente, vice-presidente, we have the sovereign right that will be affected by the outcome of these proceedings. Kaya, alam po, yung kanilang ginagawa ngayon sa House of Representatives, hinahayaan ko, ako'y natutuwa. Sa totoo lang, yung kanilang pinaggagawa ngayon dyan sa House of Representatives, which is a blatant violation of the provisions of the Constitution as stated by Attorney Bondok a while ago, on Article 11, more particularly Section 3, and Article 3, which is the Bill of Rights. So, meaning, we have a possible actionable suit that we can file before the Supreme Court for the House of Representatives abusing its authority, resulting into lack of jurisdiction of what they are doing, and an unconstitutional act. So any one of us here can file the corresponding petition before the Supreme Court to question the actions of the House of Representatives. And we are a proper party in interest. Meron tayong personality to file the necessary action. I have been in Congress for so many years. I was there in 1987. I saw the impeachment of Erap there. I was involved in somehow. I was also involved in the impeachment of then Chief Justice Davide as consultant of the Office of the Speaker, give advice to the leaders of the House of what to do. Sumunod po dyan yung impeachment ni GMA, ilang beses po yung may final dyan. Then the impeachment of Merceditas Gutierrez, impeachment of Andres Bautista, and Sereno. All these impeachment cases that were filed in the House, I was able to be part in whatever capacities, no? Ngayon, going back to the integrity of this impeachment proceedings, tama yung sinabi. Only the Senate has the sole power to try and decide cases of impeachment. When you say try or trial, there is no distinction of maxi trial or mini trial. Basta trial yan. Yung mini skirt lang yan. Magandang panuturin yan. Pero, there's no such thing as mini trial. Saan sila naka-invento ng ganon? Now, if they are going to, again, define what they are doing as, well, it is akin. Ayan, yung salita akin. Akin yan, akin. Okay. Similar to a preliminary investigation before the office of the prosecutor. Or maybe we can say inquest proceedings. Kasi kami mga trial lawyers, dinaanan namin yan. So, summary lang talaga ang pinag-uusapan doon. Whether it's an inquest proceedings or preliminary investigation before the office of the prosecutor, then the only things to be considered by the prosecutor would be what? The complaint affidavits, and the affidavits of the witnesses if there are any, and the counter affidavit of the defendant or respondent, or the real pieces of evidence that have been recovered. And if these are sufficient, then they will file the corresponding information in court. Yun lang ang gagawin. Hindi pwedeng magkaroon ka ng tawagin ng piskal kung sino-sino yung mga wala naman silang participation that they have not filed any document in form of affidavit. Because that is fishing expedition na yon. Fishing expedition yon. Yung ginagawa nila ngayon, okay, dapat pagbasihan lamang nila. They have already determined yung substance is there. Compliant daw. So, compliant ba yung complaint? Compliant ba doon sa mga attached affidavits? Ngayon, kung meron silang clarificatory hearing, ang tawag ko dyan, hindi trial. They have to clarify those provisions or those allegations in the affidavits that were filed by those potential witnesses or by the complainants. Then they can conduct a hearing. Clarify nyo nga ito. What do you mean by this? That is clarificatory hearing. But if you are going to start issuing subpoena to people who are not mentioned in the complaint or who have not submitted any document or affidavit, that is violation already of the provision of the Constitution on trial. Trial na kasi yan eh. So, sabihin mong mini trial, ano mini trial? Pagkakaiba ba yan sa maxi trial or trial? Pareho lang na trial yan. And remember, any incidents or any other action related to trial, which is the sole power of the Senate, and if this is undertaken by the House of Representatives, it is unconstitutional. It is just not unconstitutional, it's also done with grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack of jurisdiction. Nung binasa ko yung answer ad cotellam ni VP Sara, I was so proud of our lawyers. Magaling sila. They know what they are doing. They know their law. They have to answer it, but it's ad cotellam, meaning to say as a precautionary measure without waiving the right to object on anything related to the unconstitutionality of the complaints or the proceedings that will take place in the House. So ngayon, ang ginagawa nitong Committee on Justice, insisting of issuing subpoenas, meron sila kasi silang sinapina pa na abogado. No? These are all violation. These are all violation of the sole power of the Senate in a trial. No? Hindi naman na ito kasi committee hearing lamang ng, in order to what do you call that? Pass a law? No, not anymore. This is a hearing, not in aid of legislation, but a committee hearing to determine if there is not just a mere probable cause, but if there are evidence that would warrant the findings of the Committee on Justice to go up to the plenary and for the plenary to decide and then transmit the matter to the Senate. Ganun lang kasimple yung impeachment proceedings. They are trying to complicate things in a way, katulad sinabi ni Attorney Parras, ni Congressman Jing, because sabi nila, sarsuela ito. Sabi ni Attorney Topacio, kangaroo court. No, don't use kangaroo court. That's going to be an insult with a beautiful kangaroo. I love kangaroo. I've been to Australia many times and they're so beautiful. So don't compare the Committee on Justice as a kangaroo court. It's an insult to the kangaroo. Or even, sinabi, muro-muro. No. Don't use again that muro. It's an insult to our Muslim brothers and sisters. No? Hindi pwede. No? Ang ginagawa nila doon sa House of Representatives, purely politika. They would want to put the Vice President in a bad light in the eyes of the public because she is the most trusted, popular public official of the land now, despite all their efforts to destroy her for the past 2 years. Hindi nila mapababa yan yung kanyang trust rating. And, if you read the decisions of the Supreme Court, the 2025 decision, the motion for reconsideration of 2026, klaro, sinabi ng Supreme Court, this impeachment is not only political, it is also legal process. And when you talk of legal process, the main basis of looking at the legality or illegality of the proceeding is what the Constitution provides, because the Constitution is the supreme law of the land, it is the fundamental law of the land. So anything that is contrary to Article 11 in relation to the Bill of Rights is unconstitutional, therefore it is illegal. And what they are doing right now, it is illegal. May nagtanong din sa akin, paano yung subpoena? Pag pinadalhan ka ng subpoena ng Committee on Justice, if they are not going to, if the one that is being addressed to would not attend, can he or she be cited for contempt? Well, for sure gagawin nila yun. Iko-contempt nila yun. Mapapa-aresto pa nila. But would that be a legal action of the House? No. No. It will be unconstitutional. It will violate due process, the right of that person. Because here, it's no longer just be a resource person. Napapatawag mo siya para magbigay ng kanyang opinion, nalalaman niya tungkol sa isang batas na nakabinbin, panukala na nakabinbin, in order to be passed by the committee. Ito hindi na eh. Itong Committee on Justice here is acting not just a mere committee of the House that's going to pass pieces of legislation, but eventually it will become the body that will prosecute these impeachment proceedings in the House. So tama rin yung sinasabi na it is similar to the preliminary investigation or inquest proceedings. Then so submitted yan. Sige, I admit. Similar, but it's not the same. But you cannot go beyond what is allowed and authorized in a preliminary investigation or inquest proceedings. Because going beyond that would be violation of the Constitution. So yun lamang po yung aking maikling paliwanag po sa inyo.
Thank you very much. Now I know why Freddy is a good lawyer. He has a brilliant mentor. And I'm glad, and I'm also glad, Freddy, that you have this press conference because, in my opinion, this is the best press conference na nilinaw kung ganong kalabo ang ginagawa ng Congress. Maraming salamat. Okay, as your moderator, let me first ask 2 questions before I call the media. Number 1, how long will this, well, I don't want you to borrow, how long will this committee last in the lower house? And how much is it costing us, taxpayers? May gastos yan eh, di ba? Hindi ba okay.
I'll answer that. Well, as far as the timeline, depende na yun sa gusto nilang ma-pin eh. Depende na yun kung gaano gusto nilang kahaba. But insofar as the cost, if they are going to continue doing this, it could go beyond 125 million. Mas malaki kaysa sa doon sa kanilang gustong palabasin na confidential fund. No. For sure, we are spending millions here of taxpayers' money of those, you know, anong tawag mo doon? Anong tawag mo doon? Stupid. Okay. So, yun ang mangyayari dyan.
My second question is this. Is it possible na hindi aabot to sa Senate for lack of merit?
That is a probability, not just a possibility. Because, as I've said, the proceeding in the House against the Vice President is void ab initio. Nakita nyo naman nangyari doon sa unang kaso. It was declared void ab initio at hindi na natuloy yung trial sa Senado. That's a probability. At dito, mas matindi ang violations. Grave abuse of discretion of unprecedented character. Sabi ko nga, nadismaya kami ni Perdi, ni Atty. Jing Paras, and of course, Atty. Topacio and Jimmy. We have been witnesses and participants to many impeachment proceedings. Ngayon lang nangyari ito na meron ganyan. They are inventing their own rules na hindi nila pinasa, hindi pinablish. Yung mini-trial na yan, there's no such thing. Not even in the United States and Britain where impeachment originated. Inimbento ni Congressman Luis to yan. Ang sagwa eh. Nakakahiya because the House should have performed its duty in obedience to the Constitution. Hindi sila mas mataas eh. Tapos ngayon, they are usurping the power of the Senate. Di ba? Napakapangit tingnan. And where is the prioritization there? Ano bang importante? Itong ginagawa nila kay BP Sara o yung ekonomiya natin ngayon na is already in an emergency situation? Parang there's a wrong prioritization here. So, I question because I'm a citizen and I'm a voter and has witnessed for myself lahat ng impeachments na recently meron. Wala, sa Davide, I was just a plain observer. Pero sa Sereno, Bautista, I was the lawyer of the 2 distinguished gentlemen here, Atty. Topacio and Atty. Jing Paras. We impeach Bautista. Kahit na nung umpisa, nag-violate din yung House Committee on Justice sa kanilang rules and the Constitution. But, sinave ng plenary by a very overwhelming vote at na-impeach si Bautista. Hindi siya umabot sa Senado kasi impeach and then he resigned. Naging moot and academic. But I tell you, nakakadismaya ang ginagawa ng House Committee on Justice. And the Supreme Court might probably, hindi ako sigurado because I cannot preempt, might probably issue a TRO here and declare the proceeding void ab initio. Salamat.
Okay, I open now the floor. O sige, please attend. Quickly lang ha, mabilis.
Brett Mendoza from the Manila Times. Of course, good afternoon, good morning po. Well, ngayon po sinasabi po ni Congressman Laila De Lima na ang hindi pagpunta ni VP Sara sa impeachment trial ay parang pagbaliwala daw sa Constitution. And of course, sinabi rin ni Congressman Beatrix Luistro na sa kanyang distrito daw sa Batangas, suportado daw yung impeachment. What's your take po doon sa mga sinasabi ng ating makagalang-galang ng mga congressman?
Hello?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, with due respect, kasi member of Congress, but during our time, respectable po kami. And honorable. Wala po kaming mga maleta noon. Ano lang? Envelope. Sobre lang.
Kaya naman anong masasabi mo sa balitang ito? Kung mayroon kang hinaing at komento ay mag-comment ka lamang sa ibaba ng videong ito. Maraming salamat.